Hi, good morning. Just packed up camp for the day and headed out of Hogpen Gap. So stick around and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into today. All right, so like I said, taking out of Hogpen Gap this morning. We got some rain probably coming in today, somewhere around the noon hour. The current plan is to try and push to Blue Mountain Shelter, which is about 12 miles up trail. The elevation gain for the day will be in the upper 2000s somewhere. So, but that's over the course of 12 miles. Yesterday we did about 2,300 feet of ascent in 7 miles. So hopefully it'll be a little bit easier today, even though we're going further. But yeah, had a good night. Feel like I got some decent sleep for being in a tent. Mostly comfortable, and yeah, it's a good night. Looking forward to being out here again this morning, and we'll see what the day has in store. All right, about 3.7 miles in on the day. So far we've done about 1,200 plus feet of the elevation. Certain sections of this have been nice and enjoyable. So now we're fixing to do some descending, it looks like, which is a little bit tougher on the knees. So I'm definitely watching where I'm stepping. Yeah, just stopped 2/10 of a mile back and drank a good amount of water and had a protein bar, and all in all the legs are feeling pretty good. I thought they'd be much worse here on day 6, but I'm stretching out every day when I get to camp. I specifically brought a 1/8" foam rolled up mat, as well as some lightweight stretching bands, and hopefully that will continue at least until I get to a point where my leg muscles are built up better and things of that nature. So I've been doing pretty good with it so far. Even when we've been at the hostel, I still got my stretching in. So anyway, not a lot of views today. You can kind of see back there a little bit. I mean, they're there, but pretty good fog out this morning. So we're just gonna keep descending, it looks like, through here. And the of course the hikers know anytime you descend, you know, you gotta go back up at some point. But anyway, it's been a nice break. So man, I know you guys can't see it, but just a beautiful valley down in there. All right, bye. Okay, so just stopped for more water and had a snack, and we're 7 miles in on the day. We made a bit of adjustment with some rain coming in and decided to go ahead and push into Unicoi Gap. So basically that means we're halfway right now. So Unicoi Gap will be right about a 14-mile day for us. We're getting word that the Blue Mountain Shelter sounds like it's going to be pretty full tonight, and even overflowing into the campsite. So we just kind of made a decision to try to push into Unicoi, and tomorrow morning we've scheduled a pickup with the Round the Bend Hostel. We're super excited about. They're supposed to pick us up around 8:30 in the morning. There's 6 of us, and we're gonna, oh, beautiful campsite here at the top of this little mountain spot. And all right. Oh, so one of our tramley just slipped, fell down back here. This leaf cover, you can see, is covering a lot of rocks and little stumps and little roots that come across the trail and all kinds of things. So it's happened to all of us. Matter of fact, 2 of us in our tramley this morning that we know of have literally fallen down, basically face first. So it does happen. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna catch a ride into Round the Bend Hostel tomorrow morning, and so this is literally the trail right now. So many rocks and everything to trip over. Of course, it's going up a grade. Just adds to the complexity of the climb for sure. All these roots like this, and as you can probably tell from my breathing rate, it's uphill. Not easy, but I'd like to show a glimpse of what all it's like out here. If you fall on any of this, you run a pretty high risk of getting injured. All right, so we are about, just over a half mile away from Unicoi Gap. I can actually hear highway traffic or road traffic, so that's usually the sign you're getting near some of the gaps, but so I can hear that. So I know we're about just over a half mile out. It's just now starting to rain just a little bit, nothing too heavy at all. Just gotta watch your footing. We are dropping down some, I think 800 or 1,000 feet down into that gap. So this is, you can't see it, but it's very treacherous downhill. So, but we're gonna go into, we're either gonna hitch or grab a shuttle into Helen, Georgia. We've heard so many good things about Helen. It's a super quaint but well outfitted little town. It's the town that a lot of people probably know. It has like a German theme or a German vibe to it. all the buildings, all that kind of stuff. So it should be pretty neat. We're going to look at a hotel room tonight, probably. And we've already got a cabinet around the bend hostel for tomorrow night, because it's looking like it's going to deluge on us in this area tonight into tomorrow. They're calling for anything up to 1 to 3 inches, with possibly some more coming in tomorrow night. So that's kind of the current plan as it stands. Obviously, we can remain flexible out here, but anyway, so I'll be happy when I get down into the gap and rest these knees a little bit. And I'll try to remember to close out once we get finished up for the night. Thanks for following along. All right, coming down into Unicoi Gap. Down all these steps that you guys can't see. I hope I ain't got to go up that tomorrow or the next day. Watch yourself here so you don't get run over. All right, so we finished off day 6, and so we ended up in Unicoi Gap. What a monster that was coming down off of Blue Mountain. Wow. So we ended up getting 14.3 miles in today, and everybody in the tramily is wore out and walking around bow-legged, and we're all just kind of sore and stiff and all that stuff. So I got together this evening and went out for a quick bite, and we all retired back to our rooms trying to get some sleep. So I'll post a picture here in a little bit of the current radar situation. It's the main reason we ducked into the hotel tonight was we got some pretty bad storms coming through. So looking at anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain overnight, and also rain through a little bit of tomorrow, maybe till noon or 1 or so. So we'll see what shakes out. There's been some talk of maybe taking the first 0 on trail tomorrow on day 7. So we'll see how all that pans out. But all in all, we're right around the 53-mile mark on the trail so far. So for 6 hiking days, that's right around the 9 mile a day average, which is kind of where I expected to be starting out. So yeah, not disappointed in that really. I also ran into Peaks for Pounds, Laura, out on trail today at Unicoi Gap. So got a photo with her, which I'll throw in here as well. And it was super nice catching up with her and letting her know that I was a big supporter of her channel before I got out here, and we had a good conversation. So anyway, that was pretty neat. I guess that's kind of all I have for now. It was a long, hard day, about 3,500 foot of ascent throughout those 14 plus miles. So I'm exhausted. Did some stretching before I went to dinner, and I'm fixing to go to bed. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around, and if you've waited this long, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.